this lullaby. I'll drink alone in my hotel and cry, 'cause now they know you are love of my life.
Hey guys, thanks for clicking on my video and tuning in. Today I'm going to be talking all about why I can't find a man. I want to initiate something new on my channel with my Get Ready With Me's for the new year, and I decided to start now, you guys. I'm going to be initiating Girl Talk, which is basically all of the topics that people don't like to talk about in our generation. I'm going to talk about how to be a woman of standard, how to find confidence in yourself, find your mate, whether it's dating, find internships in school, how to get into school, how to get closer to Christ. And also, if you guys have any specific topics you'd like me to talk about in the next girl chat, just let me know in the comments as well. So instead of just being pretty on YouTube, I thought today I would share some of my most secretive moments. I can't believe I got so in depth in this video, you guys, but I real deal let you guys in. So I'm really excited to get some feedback on this video. If you want to hear about my love life and some of the new products that I've been trying out, definitely give this video a thumbs up, and let's just hop right in. It's like freezing outside, so I got this sweatshirt on. I hope y'all don't mind. It's cold, like cold and windy and rainy, and it's probably going to be like that for a while because it keeps raining, and when it rains here, it just gets freezing cold. Before I get into my makeup, I wanted to tell you guys about this product. By the way, this video is sponsored by Octali. Thank you guys so much. So I went ahead and wet my hair a little bit, and I used this from Curly Sexy Hair. I believe you can find this brand in like Walmart, Target, CVS. This is their Ultra Curl with sea algae and KK oil. Is it KK? So I know y'all are tired of me using my Juvia's Place palette, so I'm gonna go in with my Deck of Scarlet palette, and this is just what it looks like. And today I'm also going to be featuring some Sleek Cosmetics products. I'm really excited. I was talking to one of my friends about a situation that happened recently. My friend was like, "That's insane. You ain't had a boyfriend in I don't know how long." And it really hit me. Y'all, I haven't had a boyfriend, a real relationship, in about 2.5 years. I remember I started going to therapy, well, this new therapist I started going to, she went to Florida State as well, which is crazy. But she was mentioning to me how that she was dating at first, you know, her first couple years at Florida State. And then it was like God told her to hold off on relationships and just focus on school. And so she didn't start dating again until she was going to get her master's, where she found her husband. And, you know, they're married now or whatever. But it sounded like a beautiful story or whatever. But when you're in that place, you're like, I want love now. Like, I want a relationship now. So I just remember sitting on her, you know, chair or whatever, thinking, girl, who about to wait 4 years for a boyfriend? Like, dang, it's been about 3 years since I had a real long, I would call it a real relationship or whatever. I think I've been lucky, though. I'm still like friends and still cordial with all of my exes, and then all of the people, which I've only had 3 relationships, guys, and I'm thinking about it. I think a lot of the reason why I don't open up to guys a lot, because I don't, would probably stem from, like, I hate when people do this, daddy issues. I try not to say that it doesn't matter when it comes to dating, but it really does. It plays a huge part, especially now. If you guys have been watching my Expressed by Ease or whatever, you kind of know my little situation. I don't trust people, especially with like my past friendships and just everything that's happened. I think one of the main issues that I had in my first relationship was that I had so many people in that relationship. First of all, we dated because of peer pressure. Everybody was like, hey, my dog want to talk to you. He's been talking about you all around school. Plus, I went to a school that was really relatively small, so I won't say I was the prettiest girl at school, but I was one of the prettiest black girls at my school, and I went to a school full of white people. So the guy that I dated or whatever, it was kind of like peer pressure at first. He was one of the most popular guys in school, and I was Aaron. Now, I ain't gonna act like I didn't like him because I thought he was just the cutest thing ever. We kind of just really just started dating, and then we became friends later on throughout the relationship. I will say my first relationship is what taught me how to finesse. Now, it was crazy because within that relationship, of course, my boyfriend dated other people, and at one point in time, he was dating me and somebody else at the same time, and it was just a lot of stuff, y'all. It was crazy. The following summer that just passed, I was trying to date a guy, I guess. I had met him from a mutual friend, and we started dating. I met him in like January, and we were just hanging out, getting to know each other. He was just the guy that I wasn't used to, and I feel like the person that I was in high school that was innocent and you know, would have been, like, in my opinion, the perfect person to date, she was dead now. I'm so used to guys cheating on me and being so temporary, and I guess that's just how I see relationships right now. I think that's the biggest thing that stops me from dating guys is, when are you gonna get tired of me? When are you gonna find somebody else that's better? When are you gonna, like, you know what I mean? That's just the stuff that goes into my head. And I always ask guys, you know, when I talk to them, what about me is it that intrigues you? Is it that I'm a YouTuber? Is it that I'm skinny? Is it that I do, like, what is it? There are some guys that I've learned that literally will only try to talk to you because other people want to talk to you. They don't really have no interest in getting to know you as a person. When guys say, oh my gosh, you're so gorgeous, I mean, that's very sweet, but a compliment can last 3 seconds. But when somebody compliments me on my intellect, I'm gonna be thinking about that all day. Thought to do my first girl chat on dating is because that's a topic that I tend to avoid, whether I'm talking to my friends or my family, because y'all know y'all family love to ask, well, who you talking to? My mama just asked me the other day, which is crazy because my mom was that type where she didn't say it, but we weren't really allowed to have boyfriends growing up, which is why I only had one. And all that going on dates and standing at your boyfriend's house and stuff like that, like, we weren't allowed to do all that, okay? She was really fond of my last boyfriend. And so for her to ask me that, it's kind of like, dang, it has been a long time. When I really, really like somebody, I'll do anything for you. And I think that's been another thing with me and, like, friendships. Not receiving that love in reciprocal. When I really love somebody, I overlook everything bad that they do. So even if I know they're not worth my time, or friends that aren't, you know, worthy of my friendship, I'll look over all of that. I look so greasy. I think I put too much. Oh, am I about to run out? That's so sad. Just thinking about, like, the type of guy that I would want to date if I had to date somebody, quote unquote, build a nigga. If I had to build a nigga, I would make him, I like guys who love God. I think that was another big thing in my last half relationship, I guess I'll call it. The one that I had in the summer. He knew God, but he didn't know God. Like, you know how y'all had talks with God or whatever, or if you're not religious, if you have talks with your girlfriend, you can tell people about your talk, but like verbatim about what you say, the depths of what y'all talk about, some things are just secret and some things are just private. He wasn't as close in his religion as I was, clearly, and I don't really judge people by that because, I mean, I found God on my own timing, and so I would never push my religion on somebody else. But it's like, I can help you find God for yourself, but I don't want you all up in my relationship with God because that's kind of, it's invasive. Where he was like, nah, I know God for myself. I want to know about your relationship with God on an invasive level. It just made me uncomfortable. And ever since then, I just started, like, pushing away from him. And I feel like something like that, we weren't dating long enough for, and I don't know, because, like, religion is something that I want to show my partner. It's something that, okay, let's go to church on Sundays. Let's have Bible study at home. Let's talk about what God means to you. Let's try to find God's truths together. But for me to sit down and ask you your deepest prayers to God, and we're not on that level yet, I don't know. Random. I don't really like dating athletes. I don't date guys that are Greek. I think it's great. I love, most of my friends are Greek and they are wonderful men. You know what I mean? They okay. A lot of them are fine. But y'all ain't for me. With that title comes a lot of attention, and you know, I've been a cheerleader. I've been, you know, a pretty girl for a long time, and, you know, as my following gets bigger, I know what it's like to have quote-unquote fans, and not in, like, a conceited sense, but just people who are a large amount of people who follow you, not only just because of who you are, but what you got. You know what I mean? People like clout. There are people who are leaders, and there are just people who are followers. Like if we were dating before you crossed, then okay. And I do base a lot of my relationships on previous relationships. That is the conclusion that I just had, because I used to be like, I don't do that, but I do. I really do. I base the people that I talk to off of other people, and I'm gonna tell you why that messes up your blessing. Because first of all, everybody ain't the same. More importantly, you have to include yourself into that. You're not the same. So the person that you were when you were dating that guy in that mess up situation, you're not even that person anymore. So how are you gonna say that just because he's a football player or a basketball player too, he's gonna do the same thing? I don't know. I think that's the worst part about dating, is that you really don't know. It's a guessing game. So I'm gonna set my face and contour and everything else like that, because it's really just the same as always, and then I'm gonna come right back so we can finish. I truly believe that whoever I marry knows that there's only one person for me. So it just depends, like the way that relationships end and the way that people let me go, or just the way that people deal with arguments, I can kind of sense a vibe. And it's like, I know this is far-fetched and crazy, and I feel like on one hand, okay, I could be throwing away a perfectly good guy, that's great, but that may not be the guy for me. One thing I hate about people is people that don't know how to be by themselves, and I know everybody knows at least one person that constantly hops back and forth in relationships. Never settle. I think that's the biggest thing that I would say for women, is to never ever settle. Don't feel like you have to date this person, because I mean, it could be the right person, just the wrong time. So Sleek also sent me their highlighting palette. This one is Cleopatra's Kiss. Yes, Sleek. Oh, Sleek about to get me on fleek, boy. Look, these are horrible swatches. The top two are the ones on the bottom, and then the bottom are the ones on the top. I know you're like, Erin, why you did it? I don't know. Okay, Sleek. Okay, Sleek. All right. Okay, Sleek. Sleek done changed my whole life. Y'all don't listen to nothing else I say. If y'all don't listen to nothing else I say, Sleek Cosmetics really has changed my life. Like, I'm really about to go on their site and just get everything. Y'all. I think this is so cool though. It comes in a tube like this, and I was having a really hard time trying to figure out how to open it. You have to press the top like in, and then it ejects like that. That's so weird. This is also a product that was sponsored by Octali. Of course, you guys should know this. It's Urban Decay. This is the all-nighter long-lasting makeup setting spray. So guys, this is the final look. What do you think? Thanks so much for tuning in to my first girl chat. I can't wait to continue this series with you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
My dear, my dear, my dear. My dear, I want